Short Hills. And I had one of those Swedish bonnets on, so it must have been winter. And I'm on the kind of pony they used to take around the neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know which album that's in, but I'll look for it.
Where?
That was the first horse I think I ever got on.
Remember, that was the one you said it smelt of apples.
Yes. Property. So we rode every day. And then I went to camp at Seago as a kid around that same age, and maybe a little younger. And my father had been a counselor at Camp Shenango, which was the original boys' camp, and Otsego was the girls' camp, and this was in Cooperstown, New York. And I, of course, enjoyed the riding program there. And then Skidmore, I rode with Mr. Bauer. He was an Austrian or German, I think Austrian, and he was a great dressage enthusiast. And I'd never heard of dressage before, so that was an eye-opener. But we did some jumping. That's what that picture is.
love that
was in the
picture.
paper. And that was one of his horses. Most of his horses were warm, bloody types, you know, very dressage looking and proper with triple bits and all that in their mouth. And all of a sudden this Duke arrived from Wyoming. And he didn't know anything. He didn't know about leads. But I got to ride him, and I liked him because he was so easy and not high-strung.
Yeah.
And so that was college. The reason I happened to even hear about Orm, my father knew a lady who was in the Navy, Polly Hill, during the Second World War, and she eventually married, I forgot his name, but they were in Tucumcari, New Mexico, raising Black Angus, I think. And I wanted to come west. I had never been west, and in Indiana was the farthest west. So I'd been working as a copywriter at the Macmillan Company and the CIA and all city stuff. So you're right, a while ago my dad would pick up on these things, and he wrote his friend Polly, who he figured Steve Trigg would know anything, you know, about horses.
Right.
So they invited me to come out to New Mexico, and I'd never been there before, so I came out by train and went to their ranch. I
What?
couldn't believe it that at San Domenico I was there for 12 years, which is the longest I've been anywhere, even jail.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah, we had problems there, and we had some kids who were having, every time there was this successful union of a kid and a horse, usually a girl and a horse, life picked up and we hear it from the parents. Mary, I can't remember her last name, and her mother is just a wonderful person, and she wasn't having success with anything else up on campus. Her grades were okay, but other activities, and she was timid about horses. In 6 months, she was a whiz, an absolute whiz, and funny, and her whole personality became, well, I can't play in basketball, you know. And she was just outgoing and just completely changed a little young